North Korea's state media says it's carried out 2 more missile tests this week, among them a long-range cruise missile. The report comes just a day after South Korea said it detected the launch of 2 short-range ballistic missiles, drawing condemnation from Japan and the US. As our Tokyo correspondent Rupert Wingfield-Hayes reports, the new tests show North Korea is continuing to make rapid progress in its missile capabilities.
North Korea is trying to have a defense like a scorpion's tail.
For the last couple of years, really since the beginning of the pandemic, North Korea has been very quiet. It's really shut itself off from the rest of the world. And here in Japan, we've had no missile overflights, no threats of turning Tokyo into a sea of fire. And then suddenly in the last couple of weeks, all of that's changed. Multiple missile tests, claims that North Korea has new hypersonic weapons, and threats of more to come. So what's going on in Pyongyang?
The short answer is that North Korea hasn't spent the pandemic sitting on its hands. It's been busy.
We are surprised because we underestimate North Korean technology, and we assume that North Korea is suffering because of the pandemic. They want to complete their missile system with one that is like a scorpion's tail.
More specifically, Kim Jong-un appears to be developing missiles and warheads that can get past missile defense batteries, like this one in Japan.
It seems pretty clear that their aim is to develop weapons that can evade and complicate missile defenses and that are highly maneuverable and harder for the United States to preempt and to let alone to detect.
But hold on one second. Kim Jong-un already has plenty of weapons to defend himself against attack. His missile arsenal is more elaborate than Britain's, France, India or Pakistan. So why does he need more?
What we might prescribe to North Korea for self-defensive purposes might be deemed insufficient by the North Koreans themselves. So Kim Jong-un, feeling chronically insecure, I think Kim really doesn't trust anybody on the outside, including China and Russia.
Surprisingly, perhaps, some in South Korea see all the activity up north as a good thing, a sign that what Kim Jong-un really wants is to talk. The problem for the North Korean dictator is that, unlike Donald Trump, President Joe Biden doesn't seem very interested in having this sort of photo op on his presidential record.
He's called Kim Jong-un a tyrant. I think he has very little to gain politically from being seen with Kim Jong-un. So I do think what it would take for Joe Biden to really become invested is, I think, a major crisis.
If all of this sounds familiar, that's because it is. We've seen this pattern over and over of North Korea generating a crisis, then engaging in negotiation, which fails, and then manufacturing a new crisis. And that's exactly what Pyongyang may be doing right now. It said it could return to long-range missile tests and even nuclear tests. So hold on to your hats. Although I suspect nothing big is going to happen now until China's Winter Olympics are over. Rupert Wingfield-Hayes, BBC News in Tokyo.